I listen to the show every single day.
Breakfast Club? God damn it, the Breakfast Club.
Put that ass up on the Breakfast Club.
Made it! You can't say Breakfast Club without the Breakfast Club.
You're like this rare air.
You got platforms and partners all over the place because your demand is so high. People want to be in business with the Breakfast Club.
I don't think white people know how popular you guys are.
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, you guys really are like the hip-hop early morning and late night talk show.
Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious is on maternity leave. What's up, Lauren LaRosa?
Good morning, Envy. How are you?
Charlamagne is late, and guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
That's right. It's Wednesday. It's middle of the week. What is that smell in here?
It's a burning candle.
That candy? The matches didn't. Yeah, it smells horrible. But how you feeling?
I feel great. Energized, well rested. Getting used to these early get up and get your life together morning.
What up, Charlamagne?
Yo.
Good morning.
Hey, LL Cool Bay.
Oh, God. What today?
All I said was, hey, LL Cool Bay.
Whenever you're excited, it's like you get excited by all the wrong stuff. So I just always need to know.
I don't know why I trigger you. All I said was good morning.
You don't know why?
Good morning.
Gals.
Good morning should not trigger
girls,
you.
Girls. I was asking how you're feeling. That's where we started.
I feel amazing. I feel great. God,
you feeling
good.
Great?
Yes. My mom will be here today. We're doing some doctor check-in. She comes up here to do like her 3-month cancer scans, and we're doing like all that stuff. So that it's been going well. So that's always a good thing.
Okay.
How are you, Lauren?
I just asked her that.
I know. I'm just doing it again. How are you, Lauren?
I thought you said you don't know how you trigger me.
Stay with me, Lauren. Eva Marcille will be joining us this morning.
The beautiful.
That's right. She has
gorgeous.
A new movie on Lifetime. It's called Buried Alive and Survived. That hits September 21st. Lifetime got the illest names for movies, though.
And they be so on point. If you call it Buried Alive to Survive, what's the movie about? Somebody who got buried alive to survive.
Yes, so we'll be talking with Eva Marcille, and I'm sure there's a lot of Diddy stuff going on. There was so much going on in court yesterday.
That Lifetime movie coming soon, too. 1,000 KYs.
1,000 KYs.
1,000 KYs is insane.
1,000 KYs is nuts.
I feel like that would hit Tubi before that would hit Lifetime.
You think somebody making that right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
Wow.
Could I just ask one question?
Nope.
Could you imagine the person that had to go get the KY?
They getting a conspiracy charge. I'm letting you know right now, whoever you are that went out there and bought that baby oil and lubricant in bulk from Costco, you getting a conspiracy charge.
Yo, so I was saying that yesterday. Where do you get that much at one time? Because you can't get 1,000 in bulk. It comes probably like, how many cases did they have to carry?
I have no idea. But you know what? That's the thing I really do want to know. What else is Diddy have in his house in bulk? Because maybe it just reads funny because of all the other allegations around it.
Because he does have a big house. Maybe he got like Fabuloso.
What else he got in bulk?
Stop it. 1,000 bottles
in bulk. You know, do you have butter in bulk?
If he said 100, that's still a lot. But 1,000 bottles?
I need to know what else he got in bulk.
That's enough to make sure that everybody.
And why didn't he have no condoms in bulk? Now, if you'd have had 1,000 lubricants and 1,000 baby oils and 1,000 condoms, now it's a real freak off. Where was the condoms in bulk, y'all?
They didn't mention them.
That's what I'm saying.
But maybe
there's no dry butts in Diddy house with all that oil. Like, think about all the
point. I want to no dry butts in the house.
no dry butts in the house.
But they say not a dry eye in the steamer. not a dry butt in the house.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news when we come back. It's gonna be one of those mornings. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Listen, all that Twitter typing. Did you see me and ain't do nothing? Crop top with some biker shorts showing off my moose knuckle.
That's how you feel.
That sound like
hardest bar 2024.
Morning, everybody.
Hardest
we
bar
are
2024.
The Breakfast Club.
Telling you right now.
Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Yes, turned up with my A. Okay. Let's. So former President Donald Trump, he made his first appearance since what authorities are calling a second assassination attempt on his life during a town hall event in Michigan, moderated by Arkansas governor and his former White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Trump talked about lowering energy bills and what jobs in Michigan would look like if he wasn't elected. Let's hear more from Trump in Michigan.
It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, we've done a hell of a job. 50, not 15, 50. If a tragedy happens and we don't win, there will be 0 car jobs, manufacturing jobs. It will all be out of here. And that includes South Carolina. That includes other places that are competitors of yours.
And so Trump went on to say his presidency was consequential, and he talked about the response from Secret Service regarding that attempt on his life. Let's hear more from that.
Only consequential presidents get shot at. But what can you do? You have to do what you have to do, right? We have to be brave. And he saw the barrel of the gun coming out from a bush. Can you believe it? This guy was all set. He was all set to do his number.
Trump said it's a dangerous business running for president, and he had a nice conversation with President Biden and received a very, very nice phone call from Vice President Harris on Sunday following the event. What were you going to say, Sean?
Well, two things. That talk he was talking, that's what people want to hear. Like, how you going to make my bills less?
But he didn't say how. He just said he was going to do it. He said he was cutting car insurance. He said he was cutting all that stuff.
Sure, but people don't care. They just want to hear it. You know, how you going to make my bills less? How you going to put money in my pocket? Talking about jobs.
They want to F around and find out.
But I will say, all presidential elections are consequential. Like, all elections, period, are consequential. There has never been a president that hasn't been consequential. You don't have to get shot at, to be a consequential president. That's not how that works. Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of getting shot at, Republican senators are demanding more resources for the Secret Service following that attempt on his life. On Tuesday, a group of 8 senators, including Alabama's Tommy Tuberville and Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall, they sent a letter to the acting director of the Secret Service demanding increased protection for Trump. Let's hear those comments from them.
What's it going to take? 66 days ago was the first assassination attempt. What have we learned? 0. And we don't need some 10,000 word report. We just need to know what happened and how do we fix it.
We're asking him to give Trump the same protection as a sitting president. And I call on all the media, especially the legacy media and big tech, to turn down the rhetoric, stop attacking, stop censoring, and report the truth.
So what's the truth? Does the president deserve... they're asking, so the senators are asking the Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe to respond to their requests and questions by September 27th. They want Trump and his family to have the same security details, Secret Service detail, as the sitting president. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, they tried to kill him twice. Yes, he absolutely positively deserves it. They're trying to take him out, and he should have... He's a former president, whether you like him or not. He should have enough security where he feels safe, and they shouldn't be able to get that close with those long guns to pop him. Yes, he should have the same security as the president.
Maybe the Secret Service needs to stop being a secret. Like maybe they should start being a public service. Like, people need to know they're around. Like, they should be surrounded. Like,
absolutely.
Sometimes you see these, rappers or these athletes walk in, and you can
feel it when they walk in.
You know it. As soon as they walk in, they got 20 big, dusty, dirty looking security guards. That's what Donald Trump needs.
Yeah, he needs like sitting presidents.
Why isn't that automatic already? Because our politicians, it's different now in our times. Like, people are very upset openly about stuff now. Yeah. Like, why wasn't it automatic that it depends how vocal like they are.
Because, look at Barack Obama. There hasn't been that many
You're crazy.
Attempts. Has there been that many attempts?
Yes, Barack Obama there was so many attempts on his life.
After?
I don't know about after, but
this would be after. But
a lot of the stuff you don't hear about. Like, even if you Google, the people who attempted to do things to President Obama, it was a bunch. But you just,
but that's when he was a sitting president. This is when he's not.
I don't know about
that's
after.
The question.
I don't know about after. But yes, they need how you see some people and they be like, dang, they moving like the president.
Yeah.
Shoot, the president ain't even moving like the president.
That's right. All right.
All right. Well, we'll talk more on the other side. Vice President Kamala Harris, she sat down with NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists, and we'll hear about that in the next hour.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, y'all. This is Lanisha from Columbus. What's up?
What's up, Lanisha from Columbus?
Who up there? Is it you, Charlamagne, and Lauren?
Yes, ma'am.
But don't be saying who all there.
Who
like
all
you
over there?
Yeah, it's the same people.
Who you looking for? What we do?
First of all, my boo in there getting me some Red Bull, so I don't know what's going on. I had a thought, though. Let me tell y'all this. So, you know the whole Diddy stuff, right?
We heard about it.
Yep.
I personally want to create a safe space for y'all right now. Be honest. Did he play with any of y'all dingleberries?
No, he ain't never played with no booties over here.
Nope, no booties over here. I've never even been to a Diddy party, so
I'm cracking up at how the camera spin to all three of us to just see the reactions real quick. Nope,
no,
never
I'm
happened.
just wanting to make sure, because if I find out, if I end up on Instagram or something, and I'm reading some news, and they talk about Izzy, Rashawn, Casey, and Leonardo, okay, and y'all was out here at these Diddy parties going stupid, I'm calling up here every day, and I'm going to write a letter.
You know what's crazy though? It's funny though, because you know we was on Revolt for how long? 8 years, something like that.
Yeah, long time.
Everybody had this misconception. Diddy is their boss. Diddy's never been our boss. And I mean, that was said numerous times. But for whatever reason, people believe that.
Now it was a partnership, but Diddy was never our boss. And like I said,
I don't believe that because you guys are amazing entrepreneurs and all of that. I just don't want nobody playing with your dingleberries, okay?
Now, only one person up here been to a Diddy party.
I've been to a couple of Diddy parties. I used to work with
Lauren.
I've been.
FBI Lauren.
I mean, I can't hide. It's pictures, it's everything. I used to work with the team that was doing Ciroc, but I've never.
You ever made any store runs, Lauren?
No.
Did you go to the basement, Lauren?
Never made any runs to
Did you go to the basement where they found the baby lube in the oil?
When I was around, it was all good vibes and club love.
You never bought no baby oil in bulk, Lauren?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't even.
It was the Diddy Dungeon, Lauren, and maybe the Diddy Attic.
No, I haven't. No, I really wanted to know where you got it from in bulk though, because I be using the Vaseline gel like on my body. I love the way it feels, and they run out so fast at the store. So I'm trying to figure out what his plug was.
And I don't like you keep saying that Diddy would play with our dingleberries. First of all, my butt is clean, man. Okay, there would be no dingleberries if somebody was running up in my butt. All right,
it's the diddler. What you talking about? I'm just trying to make
care how much diddling he doing. He ain't gonna find no dingleberries back here.
But that's all you mad about. She said dingleberry. You mad about the dingleberry part, not the part that she said she was playing with.
Dingleberry part. He ain't mad about the diddler part. It's crazy.
You just out here assuming that our butts would be dirty. I don't like that.
See, your mom. It's too early to be thinking about dirty booty now.
You the one calling me talking about dingleberries.
It's too much.
Lanisha, go home. Get some
Lanisha, I'll call you tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'll
call you tomorrow and see if y'all story changed.
Get it off
her boyfriend was in the store getting her a Red Bull. You don't need no more energy.
Yeah, get it off your dingleberries, all right? Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Rick, man. I'm calling because I want to get that off my chest.
Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I ain't going to hold you, man. Charlotte, you need to lay off a Lauren.
I need what?
You need to lay off a Lauren.
Oh, I heard that earlier, even though you were
always attacking Lauren. She's doing a great job.
Thank you.
You need to fall back, man. Leave her alone, man.
Why you use words like attack? Lauren, you think I attack you?
I let the people speak. I don't know.
Shut up.
Look,
I don't know.
Hello, who's this?
This is Ray.
Ray, what's up? Get it off your chest, Ray.
Man, I was calling about Trump yesterday, talking about the auto industry, and he's right. I live here in Detroit, and all these auto industries is down to one shift now. They land people off, temporary layoff, and full-time layoff. It's ridiculous here.
Why you think it's getting so bad in the industry? Is it the fact that they're pushing these electric cars? Is it the fact that interest rates are high and people are not buying cars? What do you think the reason is?
Both.
Yeah, I mean, I see them forcing electric cars on people, and I don't see people being too receptive of the electric cars, and the interest rates are high. A lot of people are not purchasing cars right now, but I mean,
they shipping jobs. They shipping it to Mexico, to Canada, and overseas. That's the reason why he say he put the tax at the border. So if he tax at the border, it'll bring jobs back. You can't sell them, you know. So that's only the big thing I like about Trump is that right there.
Well, you know, it's interesting, man. But when people say things like that, you know, I just tend to go do a little bit of research, and I'm not saying that I'm absolutely correct, but everything I read is that Donald Trump's legacy for auto workers is terrible. Like, you know, he's got a track record of trickle-down tax cuts, closed factories, and jobs outsourced to China. So
what he got in the office, 2016, 2 plants opened up in Detroit after he got in office for his tax on borders. So he is doing a good job for the auto industry, but if he don't get elected, I think the auto industry go down.
But he promised to bring manufacturing jobs back to America, but a bunch of factories closed and jobs were outsourced to China. I don't know. I mean, that's just what I've read. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm just telling you what I've read. I'm not saying my information could be wrong. I don't know.
And regardless, salute to all the auto industry workers, especially out in Michigan, man. You guys do an amazing job and hard job, and I hope that they keep opening them factories, because I know what it is when I hear all those people from Michigan and Detroit calling and saying that they're losing their jobs, because that's the job business is so big in Detroit when it comes to the auto industry. So I want to see them brothers working.
That's what we know. We know Detroit because of the auto industry.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess with the Mess with Laura LaRosa coming up.
We do. We got some updates. We got to get back into the Diddy stuff. Into the Diddy stuff.
We need to get back into them? Huh? 1,000 bottles of lubricant, there's been enough people inside.
Oh, slippery slope over there. That's a slippery slope.
Here you go. Freak accident
back.
envy. You had the slippery slopes.
Oh, all right. Remember what you called me yesterday. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Laura LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So yesterday was a day in all of the Diddy news. So there's like multiple things that happened yesterday that led up to the fact that Diddy was not given a bail. So he was actually he stayed the night in jail, and today they are going to be trying to appeal that so that he can come home until all the court stuff happens. But let's take a step back. So yesterday when we left off here, we were waiting for the indictment to be unsealed. That means we were waiting for the documents to be available so that we could know why all of this is happening. What did the police find? Who's going to be involved? What he's going to be charged with? All of that stuff. So the indictment was sealed, and in that indictment, the charges went from everything. I'm going to get the exact charges 1 second, but they went from everything from sex trafficking, coercion. There was like violence, racketeering, and a lot of this was basically framing Diddy as this person who runs this huge organization. And when they talk about, they call it an enterprise. And when they talk about it
criminal
as
enterprise.
Criminal enterprise. When they talk about it as an enterprise, they put together all of his businesses. So like Combs, Global, Bad Boy, all of the businesses he ran. They said that with those businesses, he used the people who worked for him is Diddy, use the people who worked for him, so assistants, security guards, even down to like, the cleaning staff in his home, chefs, anybody that was around him, basically, to be able to manipulate women to participate in highly orchestrated performances with male commercial sex workers. That's how page one gets into all of this stuff. And after the indictment was sealed, there was also a press conference where the prosecutor's office broke down some of this. So we have audio where I want to take a listen to it right now, where they talk about the criminal enterprise that they're trying to, frame Diddy with running. Let's take a listen.
Jacob Shamsian, Business Insider. Thank you. Given that he's the sole defendant in this case and that you allege he's part of a conspiracy that involves members of his companies, do you anticipate a superseding indictment that bring allegations against other members of his companies or other co-conspirators as well?
I can't take anything off the table. Anything is possible. Our investigation is very active and ongoing. And I think a lot of you who cover this office know that when we say such things, that developments are certainly foreseeable, but I cannot predict them sitting here today.
Now, when he talks about superseding indictment, that basically means that at any time, if they find out like they need to bring in more witnesses, that there's new evidence or whatever, they're going to rearrange the indictment filing so all that stuff can be included.
Well, what evidence do they have thus far, Lauren?
So the evidence that they have thus far, they found AK-47s in his home. These AK-47s had scratched off serial numbers. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
I'm telling you right now, whoever bought the lube and the baby oil is getting a conspiracy charge. If you ever went to Costco and bought that KY in bulk for Diddy, you are going to jail. Whoever bought the Johnson & Johnson for Diddy's Johnson is going to jail.
Jesus.
Now look, so that's on page 7. For anybody that's following this through the documents, stay with me, right? So on page 7, that's when they introduced this as a freak off. In the press conference,
not a dry booty in the house.
Not at all.
Not a dry booty in LA. Go ahead.
His supply of oils is insane, right? More than a man at the gas station. So on page 7, they talk about this as a freak off, and they list this stuff as freak off supplies. So in addition to the baby oil and the lubricant, they also mentioned they found different narcotics, and that the people that they're saying are involved in all of this would be in charge of cleaning up the freak offs. So they would not even.
So semen and KY.
Imagine that job.
It's a prep and it's a post. So in the prep, they would come and set up the rooms. Allegedly, these are the people that work for the Combs and this whole enterprise.
Right.
They would put lighting up. They would, I guess, like change sheets. They would do whatever they needed to get it ready, lay out stuff, and then on the back end, they would change sheets again.
On the back end,
because sometimes they're also accusing Diddy of like there being violence during these freak offs. Sometimes he would get upset when people didn't want to do what he wanted to do. So they would have to clean up the hotel rooms, like if things were damaged or whatever, so that when the hotel staff came in, they had no idea what was going on. Let's take a listen to
blood and brown
the
stains everywhere. Smell of the room.
Ew.
I told him myself in early September, you are going to be arrested soon, and you're going to be charged with racketeering, and you're going to be charged with sex trafficking. So come to New York. And in fact, we offered that he would turn himself in. So my defense is very well established. I interviewed myself, the different men who were being brought into Mr. Combs and this person's intimate situation. There's not the slightest inkling, according to the interviews that I've done, of anything that's coercive, non-consensual. Nobody was too drunk. Nobody was too high. These were adults in a relation. This is a 10-year relationship, and it was adults and consensual, and everybody who was there wanted to be there.
Well, the feds say otherwise because they got tapes, right?
Yes. So the federal agents are basically claiming that these people on the other side are saying that is not true. We were given drugs. We were there's videos that were taken that we didn't know were even being taken that were used as collateral against us to make us do things we didn't want to do, and that because of how powerful Diddy is, people were just scared to not be involved once you got to a certain point in things, or if something went the way you didn't want it to speak out about it. Like,
but all that has to be proven, though. All that has to be proven.
Yes. I mean, that's why they're in court. Yes. Everything has to be proven.
Well, it sounds like they got a lot of evidence, and I was thinking about this yesterday after having a conversation with somebody. If you was videotaping people without their will, were you also using those videotapes as blackmail? Because that could be part of the
that's what they're alleging. They're alleging that it was being used as
collateral.
Like
you said, it has to be proven. But like even with the bail, the fact that they haven't given a bail, which is confusing to me.
Yes. So let's get to the bail, and we actually probably have to pick this up in the next hour. But the bail package. So when it came time for the actual arraignment, which is where he sits down and says, "Hey, I want to go home. I don't want to stay here." Diddy's package that he offered, it was pretty impressive, honestly. Like most people don't come to the court having all this. So he offered a $50 million bail package. So $48 million of that he was putting up his house on Star Island. And for the record, he said that he paid off $18 million on this home in preparation for court because he wanted to be able to surrender to prosecutors. He was going to put up $2 million from his mom's home in Miami. He was willing to limit his travel only to New York for the case, New Jersey, and Florida. He will wear a GPS monitor to let the prosecutors know where he is at all times. He would park his jet. And the jet he is trying to sell right now because he wants to be able to offer up more collateral. And he was willing to surrender. No, they've already done it. They surrendered the passports of his kids, his mom, and himself.
Right.
So he did all this because he wanted to go home. And they were like, no, you are... The judge agreed with the prosecutors that because of the violence that you saw in the Cassie video, they brought up Cassie's video a lot.
But he's not being charged for the Cassie thing, right?
No, but yeah. So we're going to talk more about that because technically Cassie is the only, according to Diddy's attorney, is the only victim listed in the indictment. But the way that they're trying to charge him for that is more about like trafficking and different things. So that's why you'll hear Diddy's attorney keep saying she was there because she wanted to be. She wasn't trafficked. He even talked about that on CNN. Do we have that audio? I know we have it. I'm just throwing it.
Sure, he's not charged with hitting, kicking, and dragging away. He's charged with sex trafficking, and he didn't traffic anybody.
But he's charged with a conspiracy here where he was using physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial pressure, as prosecutors allege, to keep these women in his fold. Maybe just Cassie Ventura, but keeping these women in the fold.
Cassie Ventura lived by herself. She had her own house. She had a family. She had a career. And he was seeing another woman at the time. He wasn't around a lot. She could have done whatever she wanted to do. All of these allegations of, I was forced, I was coerced, I had to stay, are nonsense. And it's going to be proven to be so.
I don't know about all that. I don't know what the lawyer's talking about, but I will say this: if you put all of that stuff up for bail, you trying to prove that you wouldn't be a slippery suspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You surrender your passports and your family passports because you want to prove that you're not going to slip out of the country.
Well, go ahead.
But that's a very slippery slope. But I would say
Why
that
got a slippery slope?
Y'all, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to, because I want to make sure that we give this the conversation it deserves, because we haven't even gotten into the amount of times they leaned into Cassie and the difference between a victim and a witness in this indictment. And I want people to understand
Cassie is definitely a victim.
Yes, but people,
100%.
There are a lot of people arguing that they don't think the prosecutors have much on Diddy because they only mentioned one victim and a bunch of witnesses. So I want to make sure we get to that. So
we must have heard two different cases.
It's a conversation.
A lot of analysts have been breaking it down, and they've been saying that even with the bail, like you look at Harvey Weinstein, he got a bail for what he did. You look at people that have done manslaughter got bails before. So the fact that Puff is giving up $50 million, giving up his family's passports, saying that I will only be here, I will wear a GPS system, and the fact that they still don't want to give him a bail.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk, because I have some audios we need to play too, because his attorney is also arguing this. So the next hour, I'm going to make sure we bring this back so we can talk about it.
We do know that the feds know more than us, right?
100%. I think they're holding out on their hand. I definitely think they're not putting all their cards on the table. But we're going to get into it, so we'll be back.
All right, we'll get back. Well, we have front page news when we come back, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Laura LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get back to some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. So Vice President Kamala Harris, she says far too many Palestinians have been killed during the Israel-Hamas war. She made those comments during a discussion hosted by the National Association of Black Journalists in Philadelphia. Harris says she supports Israel's right to defend itself, but how it defends itself also matters. And she stressed that a ceasefire deal is needed. Let's hear more from Harris at the NABJ.
I support Israel's ability to defend itself, and I support the need for Palestinians to have dignity, self-determination, and security. The thing that is going to unlock everything else in that region is getting this deal done.
So also during that conversation, one of the NABJ panelists and a colleague of mine, Jaron Gaynor, he asked Harris about vying for the black man's vote after polling showed some young black men are considering voting for former President Trump. Here's what she had to say about that.
Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote, not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because the policies and the perspectives I have understands what we must do to recognize the needs of all communities. And I intend to be a president for all people. Specifically as it relates to what we need to do, to your point around economic opportunity, yes, I started way before I was at the top of the ticket at what I called an economic opportunity tour, focused on black men.
She sounds tired.
She sounds like she got a cold.
Yeah, she sounds tired.
But I'll tell you one, she's right. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn everybody's vote, especially black men. And if you've been paying attention, she has a long track record of doing just that. Like, there's a lot of things, I think brothers would be into if they actually paid attention to the policies she's presenting. Like when she talks about, her opportunity economy, rebuilding the middle class, giving everyone the opportunity to own a small business, giving everyone the opportunity to own a home. Those are things that we care about. By the way, it's really just that simple for everybody. Folks want to know how you going to put more money in their pocket and how you going to keep them safe. I don't care if you're a black man, black woman, white man, white woman, whatever race you are, sexuality, that's what you care about.
It's definitely giving what have you done for me lately type energy for sure. Switching gears, but staying on topic of the black man, former Officer Emmett Martin took the stand in the trial of the beating death of Tyree Nichols. Former Metro Police officers Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith are on trial and have all pleaded not guilty in the case. Martin was called to the stand late yesterday afternoon after hours of cross-examination of Second Lieutenant Lawrence Wright, who trained the officers at the academy. Martin did not have his body camera on during the assault of Nichols in January of 2023. The former officer recounted events of the night leading up to and during the assault, and he admitted his part in the excessive use of force. Now, Martin also agreed that many tactics used that night are against Memphis police policy. Martin and former officer Desmond Mills, they both accepted plea deals and agreed to testify against their fellow officers who are currently on trial. So I'll keep you updated as to what goes on in that case. And in other news, Meta plans to force teens into protected Instagram accounts. This is in response to ramped up pressure on Meta to do more to protect adolescents' mental health and well-being. So Instagram will implement new settings in the next 60 days for all teen accounts in the US, Canada, UK, and Australia, which will automatically make those accounts private and restrict what kind of content they can see. CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been accused in various lawsuits of failing to protect teen users from predators and online bullying that tend to result in suicide. So what do you guys think about that? Should the kids have protected Instagram accounts, or should it just be open, free for all? And what do you think?
I'm all for protected.
Yeah, I think they should be protected.
Yeah, I think about that with my niece all the time. Especially, I just learned about there was like a group of, this is like very local, but my cousin works for the office that deals with trafficking in Delaware, and we were talking yesterday, and she was telling me how like they've been. There's a lot of kids that are getting trafficked and younger people getting trafficked from social media. And I mean, my niece is on TikTok. She does like the dances and stuff. I just thought about that. Like, how do you stop that? Because I'm not there. I'm not on it with her every day.
Even if it's protected, kids are so smart. They know what age they have to put in to actually be able to go to these things. Kids are not stupid. But like you said, as a parent, you should be watching over your kids' social media at all times. Like my daughters do TikToks, and people be like, "Oh, your kid's on social media," but there's a group of kids that just do dances with each other. My kids dance, 6 days out the week, so they're into that. But I just gotta monitor their social media. My wife monitors their social media. Their big sister monitors their social media, and we continue to.
Yeah, I'm all for protecting, but I'm also for disconnecting. I feel like everything should be in moderation. And I think that we treat all of these social media sites like we're just overindulging in junk food, and literally like the same way you do everything else in moderation, your alcohol consumption, unless you're Lauren, your alcohol consumption, your junk food, just bad food, like all of that stuff like that. Like social media should be the same way. But I do want to salute Project Liberty. Project Liberty is founded by my guy Frank McCourt, and what they're doing, Frank has just dedicated his whole life to building solutions that help people take back control of their digital lives and making social media, a safer space. He's actually one of the people that's looking to buy TikTok. So check out projectliberty.io. Go see what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely like this, though. And to your point, Charlamagne, I mean, you talk about mental health all the time, whether it's detaching from the social media sites or online bullying. A lot of kids have, been impacted by the presence of being online, whether it, be on social media, whether it's a case of FOMO or, just various things. So it has definitely impacted their mental health. I like to see it.
And also, Morgan, maybe it's about what they're consuming, because that's the other thing about Project Liberty. What Frank is trying to do, he's trying to actually have, if you go to the website, you'll see they got a people's bid for TikTok. And so he's building like a coalition to purchase TikTok and re-architect the platform to put people in control of their digital identities and data. Like he's literally trying to make it a safe space and an educational space, for people.
This particular account will also restrict what kind of content the children see. So to your point, maybe this is just the start of the right steps going in the right direction anyways. So that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Make sure you follow me on socials at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network and check us out at BINnews.com.
Thank you, Morgan.
All right. When we come back, Eva Marcille will be joining us. She has a new flick on Lifetime called Buried Alive and Survive. It premieres September 21st, and we're going to kick it with Eva. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess, who's on maternity leave. And we got a special guest in the building. Eva Marcille. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good morning, gentlemen and beautiful ladies.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Blessed, highly favored.
There you go. Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Well, I'm always black, baby.
There you go.
Always black.
This new movie, Buried Alive and Survived. First of all, the title is wild, and the thing I love about Lifetime is their titles be right on the money.
Yeah.
So this is based on a true story?
Yes, this is part of the Lifetime Ripped from the Headlines series. So it's based on a true story, and it followed the series that they did about the missing black girls, which I personally thought was really dope, shedding light on black stories that you don't hear. You hear your Lacey Petersons, you hear all these other stories all these years, but our stories you don't hear as much. And so Lifetime has taken the charge to really shine light on melanated stories. And so I play a character, Alicia, who is very demure, very mindful. But no, she's a young lady who went through a tumultuous past with her ex, like crazy ex-boyfriend, but she was in love with him, love of her life from high school, played by Tyler Lepley, super charming. And then he goes to jail for 15 years. He was domestically violent while we were together. And so he goes to jail. We have a son. And so all I'm trying to do is like keep my son safe. And then he gets out of jail early.
How early?
He did 8 of 15.
Got you.
But for prison overcrowding, I come home one day, he's sitting in my living room playing video games with my son. Wow. Terrifying.
Were you familiar with this story before you did the film?
Is grits groceries? I feel like they offered me this role because they know that this was my life.
Really?
Yes, they were like, she been through that.
No, when I read the description, the first thing I thought of was all the stuff that I know that you went through with your daughter's dad. So was
my daughter's dad is Michael. You mean
I'm sorry,
donor?
With the yes, the donor. Sorry.
I'm not familiar with any of this.
Okay.
So forgive me for laughing.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I think he meant just like, are you familiar with the real life story?
Oh, but I went with it though.
Yeah,
then it wasn't funny anymore. That's what we all stopped laughing.
That was my like when I read it, I'm like, man, like was that hard for you because you went through a lot publicly with your own situation of protecting your kid and trying to get away and all that stuff. So how was that mentally for you?
What? That thing hit home like nobody's business. And for me, I like going into characters like that I don't know. Like on my TV show, I play like this madam who's like the head of a cartel and I'm pimping these guys. I don't do that in real life, but this I've done in real life. So this was very different. It was a cathartic moment for me. I think mental health is very important. And when I deal with my therapist, for some reason, I'm dealing with my divorce. I'm not talking about this. This was 10 years ago. Right. So for the film, it let me tap into something that I realized that I hadn't all the way dealt with. But I survived.
Did you think about not doing it? Like, did you think about like this might be too much or it's too close to home? Like maybe I shouldn't take this part?
I accept what God allows. I am at a surrender point in my life. I don't think that anything happens on accident. I believe in timing. I believe that God knew that it was time for me to deal with it.
How difficult was it to tape during this?
Shout out to Tyler Lepley because he helped me. He was such a gentleman and so much fun. We made it light, but I can say it was a bit difficult. There were those days where it was just heavy drama. But then we would go to lunch at like Chili's and we're shooting out in the boondocks and I have like bruises all over my face. His clothes are all cut up and ripped and we're walking in like Ike and Tina, like, yeah, so can I get a cheeseburger and a margarita? People thought we were absolutely crazy. Like, absolutely crazy.
I'm sure. So when you say you didn't deal with it, you just suppressed it?
I got my daughter and I moved on in life. I didn't think I had time to dwell in the hurt of things. Yeah. And the effect of things. I had to plant new seeds so that I can work on my new harvest for my daughter.
Do you ever, because I know in this movie your character has a kid in the middle of this and she has to have conversations. Did this make you think about having conversations with Marley at all? Or?
Absolutely. It reminds me of the conversations that you have to have. Like, there's that time of innocence that gets taken away from a child. Yeah. But as a parent, you don't want that to happen. Like, you want to hold on to that innocence as long as you can. You don't want them to know black and white. You don't want them to understand, like, discrimination. So the last thing I wanted her to do was try to, as a 10-year-old girl, process these adult choices that, I mean, to be quite frank, I don't even think he could process what he did, let alone her understand it, right? Yeah. So it's not a conversation you want to have, but it's a conversation you have to have. I had the conversation with my daughter.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which was difficult, but shout out to Mike Sterling. He helped me. It was beautiful. And so in the film, when I had to have the conversation, it hit home yet again because I remember having to explain, like, your dad is not what you think he is.
Yeah.
You know?
What was your mental and emotional health like after the film was done? I know those conversations with the therapist changed.
You know, it's so crazy because I had to apologize. I was just saying earlier, I had to apologize to a friend of mine. I feel like I was not myself for a smooth month or month and a half afterward. To know me is to know I'm bold, I'm proud, I'm not necessarily loud, but I live unapologetically.
Yeah.
But I went back into like the meek tiptoe around, like, I don't want to get it wrong. And my friend was like, yo, is everything okay? Mm-hmm. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, I'm still Alicia. I'm not Eva right now. I am still that woman that is trying to make sure everything's good. All the doors are locked. My guns are, loaded, ready to go. Like, sis, you're good. Yeah. Go to church on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it took me a minute to get out of it because it was real.
I love a God-fearing, gun-toting woman.
I know you mentioned Mike Sterling, and I know that there have been conversations about the divorce and some of the things that you were going through. And you talked about the weight loss. Where are you guys at now? Like, is that a good?
Oh, so much better. Anybody that's been a part of the divorce club knows that it's a process. My parents have been married for 42 years. His parents, 52 years. All my aunts and uncles married. I'm the only person. My brothers are married. I'm the only person in my family divorced.
So is the door ever open to maybe?
You trying to Bruno Mars me?
I was just asking.
Watch Buried Alive. It comes out on September 21st on Lifetime.
Buried Alive is fine. All right.
Why would your son in the movie Malcolm just randomly let some man in he never met though?
Because it's his daddy.
That's all it takes? That's the password?
So imagine longing your whole life to know your father. And I never told him that his father was a bad guy. I just said that his dad went away. He had to go away. He chose to leave. And so now he's like 14 years old, and I'm an overprotective helicopter mom. Like, answer your phone. Where are you at? Let me know. Turn your
because of what you've been through.
Because of what I've went through, and he doesn't understand it. So he just like, Mom, chill. Like, I promise, if my dad was here, he wouldn't be doing all this. I'm like, little do you know, if your dad was here, life would be very different.
Right.
But yeah, it's a kid who wants to know his dad. Imagine growing up without a mom and then finding out that's your mom. You just want to know her.
Right.
All the other stuff we'll figure out later. So it was just the innocence of a boy wanting to know the man that he would become,
Are you that overprotective in real life? You even try to put a tracker on your son's sneakers in the movie? Are you that overprotective?
I am protective in real life, but I'm blessed to have an amazing father figure for my kids. So when it comes to the co-parenting part, and then Mike is in legal too. So I'm like, who flying in town? Do we need to call the mayor? Where the governor? So we have a few connections, but I'm very protective.
All right, we got more with Eva Marcille when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess. We're still kicking it with Eva Marcille. Her new Lifetime movie, Buried Alive and Survive, comes out on September 21st. Lauren?
How was it working with Tyler? Because I know, he's a dad now.
Yeah.
But he plays this like horrible father, but like that's not what he gives in real life. So what were you guys' conversations around him channeling like horrible, abusive dad?
Tyler shout out to Tyler. He's so dope. I had worked with him behind the scenes. I'm starting to direct. So I worked with him on another project. So I was a little familiar with him, which was nice because, the man about to choke you out in the movie in the next 10 minutes. You might want to know him just a little bit, right? So I had the privilege of knowing him just a little bit, but he was so charming, so charismatic, and very respectful because the subject matter was so heavy. He's like, is this too hard? I'm like, no, go there because if you don't yank me, I'm going to yank you. Like, I'm strong. If I'm trying to get out, I'm getting away.
Right.
So yank me, let's do this. So
Tyler ain't no little boy now.
He is not. I definitely had some bruises after
I yanked a little bit too much and then got yanked back.
When I told him, I was like, okay, bring that down 50%. But Tyler, he was amazing. And being a father, the way in which he dealt with our son in the film, I thought was beautiful. You can tell that he's a dad. There is a softness to him, but then there is that, I just got out of jail and I'm going to get mine. And his ability to kind of flip back and forth was really dope.
Did you talk to the in the movie her name is Alicia? I don't know if that's her name in real life. Did you speak to her at all?
No, I didn't speak to the person that it's happened to. Okay. But this story is actually a story of something that's happened in Seattle. One has happened in China. Like, this is ripped from the headlines of a real life story.
Wow. So they were like in real life buried alive.
And in real life climbed herself up.
Insane.
And that's why I love Lifetime for doing this, because it lets you know that things can go beyond your wildest dreams and your wildest imagination. And to be a mom, to be a sister, just like when it comes to safety and who you're with, and everybody doesn't have it all there.
Right.
So make sure you're safe. Make sure you know what's going on. And if you even have an inkling, those red flags, which is Alicia's downfall, which to me are a lot of women and men's downfall when it comes to dating. You fall in love before you really get to know the person. You fall in and then you fall in love and infatuation, and then the real person presents themselves.
What is it? The idea of having a man? Like, what is it that makes...
It'd be a mixture.
I was going to say, girl, it's a gumbo. It's a cacophony. It's all of those things. I think it's timing. If you think about it, it's 8 billion plus people in this world. The fact that you and I were able to meet at this time for whatever reason, for me, the romantic in me, I feel like it's kismet. I feel like there's a reason that we've met. For some reason, whatever it is. And so if there's a physical attraction, people can lie, but as a woman, you know in the first 30 to 60 seconds, if you know.
Yeah. If you what?
If I lie.
You a smash or pass.
Okay.
You don't even have to have a conversation. That was very girl math. Like, we felt it, but they were, He be knowing, because he be giving Charlene sometimes, so he be knowing.
Oh, Charlamagne.
You did ask about the you did.
So what?
Okay.
First of all, say that with some context. Because out of context, that'll look crazy online. You did ask about
You did. It will. But
these Diddy days got y'all acting crazy in here.
Also assume that every woman is having sex with the people that they're dating. Like,
that's true.
That's one thing that I've learned now being divorced, is that I guess like we date, we go and have food. So like 3 days is sex time. Like, who said that?
But that's why it sucks for women in the spotlight. Like if you, regardless of, you could be seen with Tyler and whoever else, and they'll say you dating all of them.
Yeah. My best friend. That's why he doesn't want to be on camera. And
he's like, I'm tired of this.
Gay is 2 left shoes. And
gay is 2 left shoes. When did 2 left shoes become gay?
I got a gay best friend. I never heard two left shoes.
I said, okay, it's gay as straight as boiled spaghetti.
Yeah, you can't say gay as 2 left shoes. That's not like you saying ain't nothing right.
He's straight as boiled spaghetti.
Jesus.
Spaghetti.
There we go.
Where are you getting it? You know what?
I'm just saying.
I'm country and I ain't never heard none of these country ass saying.
Spaghetti.
Boiled spaghetti is not straight no more. When you boil the spaghetti, that thing wiggle.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I got you. I heard you.
I like those.
You will hear me say that one. I'm telling you that right
now.
now.
Put it in your Instagram bio.
So how is your dating life?
Shut up.
Non-existent. You would think it would be easy. The DMs, my friend L'Oreal taught me how to look in the DMs. Those are terrifying because it's like somebody's husband and their son are both in the DMs, and then their pastor,
Jesus,
and then their women, and then it's like everybody just calm down.
Would you date in the industry?
You can only date in the industry.
That is terrifying. I do not want to date in the industry.
Unless she said like she goes out of the country, right? And then
yes, because they're going to end up being interviewed by Charlamagne, and they're like, "So, what's popping with you and Eve?
What's up with you and Eve?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah.
So listen, would you date the bus driver?
I would, if you own a bus company.
But what if he's a good man?
Yes. For me,
a good man.
For me, I am not about the money. Okay. I'm not about the coin. What I'm about is you seeing me. I don't feel like I have been seen in a long time.
What do you mean being seen?
Like,
you were married for a while. So
yes, but see the person, not the clothes or the job or the title. I had someone the other day tell me, my job is who I am. I'm like, whoa, bro, that's sad.
That's sad. Mm-hmm.
That's sad because your job can change any day, and then who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I have so many titles and multi-hyphenate. Thank God. So blessed. So much gratitude. But with that, it's still a little girl inside of here from South Central Los Angeles that want to crip walk to they not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still that girl. And who wants to tap into, like, the person inside of me, not the facade around me. You know what I mean? The smoke and mirrors, the titles.
That's what Dr. Wayne W. Dyer used to say. The stuff you own is not you.
No.
What you do, your job, your occupation, that's not who you
it's
are.
Not.
Yeah.
But in today's society, especially with these young men and women doing so well professionally, it becomes them.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean? 28 to 35-year-old black men, black women out here. We're millionaires. We're figuring out how to get to the bag, own our own companies, leverage business deals with other companies, not like it used to be. And so with that, I think comes a lot of ego.
All right, we got more with Eva Marcille when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess. We're still kicking it with Eva Marcille. Her new movie, Buried Alive and Survived, premieres this weekend on Lifetime. Now, we were just talking about you getting back into the dating world. I think the sad thing is, I think if somebody is trying to date you, I think they probably will first show up with their check, right? They want to show that they can afford you, which is totally the opposite of what you're looking for.
Of what I want. So they show me the money, so then you don't want that. So then it's like the male ego ends up getting frustrated because it's like, what can I do for you?
And
I think you got kids, you don't need a husband, you don't need me to pay your mortgage, you have multiple cars, you have a job.
And then from there you're trying to figure out, like, that causes conversation. I have a lot of girlfriends who are at that point, they're like, what am I doing wrong? When it's like, you're not doing anything but being
That's
yourself.
What I asked my therapist.
But I hate,
that was my question.
A lot of us get there because at that point you do feel like, man, I'm gonna never find somebody, what am I doing wrong? And I don't think that people should, I don't feel like that. I don't think that people should feel that way. I think you need to track what you want. Somebody that's strong enough to handle all that will come and we'll figure it out.
Well, baby, God better get to building, because I've found some very strong ones, but I still intimidate them.
It happens.
How do you intimidate them? What's wrong? If you find some strong men that seems like they're powerful, they have the intellect, what's the problem?
Well, for one, I'm not finding anything. I will be found. I am not.
You just said you found them.
I've come across. But there's still insecurities there. There's still that, when I'm not there, what's going on? I don't know. Maybe you did your eye twinkle like that for that person. Like, it's always a thing. So it's non-existent. I go to church on Sundays when I'm in town. Besides from that, I'm out of the country or traveling or with my kids when I have them or working. That's my life.
Seems like insecurities is the biggest thing, right? Because you are a star. So whoever you're dating sees you with other people, it feels like they would have to feel away, right?
It's always a thing, and it's not a thing.
They're not grown, right?
No. But they are grown, but it's just like,
they're not grown if they have those type of insecurities, or they don't trust them.
Or they haven't done the work. That's why I know so many women who will not date a guy who has not gone to therapy. Even when you look at this movie, this dude clearly had some unhealed trauma that he didn't deal with before he went in, and he damn sure didn't deal with it while he was in.
No.
So he just came home projecting on everybody.
But no, he actually, when you watch the movie, Buried Alive and Survived, he actually did do some therapy. And you'll see that it's about application. To me, life is about three things. It's about living, it's about learning, and it's about applying. So you live, you learn from whatever it is you did bad, and then you apply whatever that lesson is. And so you can know what to do. You just got to do what you're supposed to do. You know you're supposed to floss your teeth twice a day, 3 times a day, but do you? That's the question. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times we just, we take the easy way out. And because we're grown, we use the fact that, like, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want to do, versus being disciplined and doing what you're supposed to do and need to do.
So what do you want people to take from this movie? Like, when they watch it?
I want people to take from this movie, men and women that are going through any sense of struggle, that feel like they are at the bottom of the mountain or trapped in their box of whatever it is in their career, in their relationships, specifically domestic violence. But whatever it is you think that you can't get out of, that is a lie from the pit of hell. Fear is real, but it is nothing but a thought. It is in your mind. It is not a real thing. So if you can fight through your fear, I will tell you to climb out of your box. Do what you have to. If you have no fingernails after you scrape through it, it doesn't matter. Climb up, keep clawing. You have to close your eyes because that dirt is getting in there. It doesn't matter. You have to cry your way up. Climb out of your box. By the time you look up, you will be at the top of your mountain. That is what I want you to know.
Were you in a box for real?
Dead ass.
They put you in an actual coffin?
I was in an actual shipping crate, nailed shut.
What? Oh, God.
Why did you nail it shut?
But because he was burying me alive, killing me. And
they couldn't have magnets?
No, it was real. I know I'm an actor and I know it's not real, but there's something about that moment, being in there and imagining, because it is ripped from the headline. So it's imagining this real woman being put in a box by a man that she has loved for all these years. And not only that, but I have a 14-year-old son out here to take care of. That is a young king in this world that has nobody but me.
Right.
I can't stay in this box. But yes, I was completely nailed into a box and terrified. My boy Rob had to say, all right, cut, let her out, let her breathe. He was scared for me.
Wow.
One more question, because I'm a fan of you on Housewives. I know you're not on the show anymore.
Lord.
Would you ever, never again, never ever again?
All the Queen's Men, baby.
All the Queens, okay, got you.
Season 4 is going to drop after Buried Alive.
Okay.
Yes.
So no Housewives question?
You can ask Housewives questions. I don't mind.
I just wanted to know your thoughts on the Kenya suspension and all that, or whatever.
Kenya Moore, that's my girl.
Gotcha.
That is my girl. I have a baby grand in my sunroom because of her. Her daughter is my niece, Brookie. I love her. I don't know, honestly, enough about the situation to speak on it.
Yeah.
What I do know is that the show is no holds barred.
Yeah,
so I don't know when bars started getting held.
That's why I wanted to ask you, because I feel like during your season, it was like that you were a part of the last good seasons before they got rid of some people, and then I thought that this was going to bring all of that back, and now they're like, oh no, you can't be on the show anymore because you're doing what we know the show to be. So I don't know.
I don't even know what really happened though. Right. Has it aired yet?
No, it has not. Did that air? I don't even. No, it didn't. It
hasn't aired yet.
So. It hasn't.
It just became chatter.
It was so big. It felt like the show should have happened right after that.
But what's so dope is Kenya Moore has a new hair salon in Atlanta. She's out there helping trusses and helping people grow their hair. Her hair care line is doing amazing.
And she came up here and spoke about it.
Yeah, that's my girl. So I don't really know what happened with the situation. I think Housewives lost a real one without Kenya.
Yeah.
Because Kenya is one to definitely speak her mind. She is very pro-black. She's an amazing, amazing mom. I feel like that's one thing that they do not shed enough light on. Mm-hmm. She is a crazy dope mom. Like, I tell her to bring her daughter to my house, and then she comes and she stays. I'm like, no, you go.
Like, she's like one of those moms. Like, we here together.
No, right? And she's like, no, I'm just gonna chill. Like, she's such a beautiful woman, you know. But as a black woman, you know, strength is a requirement, especially a black woman in America. So she wears her armor all day, every day, and she does what the show called for.
Right.
And so I don't know what happened, but I know that she will always land on her feet. I know that God has her and has a story written for her. So I wish her the best. And if I didn't have locks, then I would go get my hair done by her.
What do you think Housewives need to do to rebrand? Because, you know, Candy left, Kenya's not there anymore. What do you think the Housewives franchise
Candy's
needs?
not there, is she?
No, what do you think they need to do to rebrand?
They need to bring Candy back. Candy Burris Tucker. That's the
whole new cast, or you think just bring the original crew back?
You know what? It doesn't matter. Black influence is everything.
That's
so
right.
as long as you bring black entrepreneurs and inspiring creatives on the show, I think you'll see some magic.
I saw Nene just made her like first return back to just the network in general.
I love that for her.
Do you? So being in that like wheelhouse of NBC and all that stuff,
NBC
like,
Uni.
Yeah, like, do you think that does that mean that there's a chance for her to get back closer, get on Housewives, or do you think that that's like completely done as well too? Like, because we were so excited when we saw it.
I don't even know. I mean, I have no clue if she even wants to do it.
Got you.
But I'm excited about her new show. I did see a clip on Instagram. She had like blonde hair. My homegirl Para beat her face. She looked pretty.
Love it. Thank you.
Well, Eva Marcille, we appreciate you for joining us this morning. And check out Buried Alive and Survive. Premieres Saturday at 8/7 Central or Lifetime. And thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It's Eva Marcille. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you.
So you ate meat at a Diddy party, Lauren?
Wow. Morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Marla Rosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Okay, so picking up where we left off last hour in the mess, Diddy. So I said to you guys that there have been a lot of conversations, and this is not just people online. I was actually watching news reports, recaps of yesterday's arraignment with Diddy, where panels were having discussion if people think that the prosecutor's office have enough to really land this case when it comes to Diddy. Now, to be clear, Diddy was charged with 3 counts of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If he is convicted, Diddy can face a minimum sentence of 15 years and a statutory maximum of life in prison. So it can get really crazy for him. Now, his attorney, Mark Agnifilio, he did an interview last night on CNN, basically really arguing that he doesn't believe that the prosecution has enough victims, has enough evidence on his client where his client should feel like I shouldn't be fighting back right now. So I want to make it also clear too that in the press conference, the prosecutor, who was Damian Williams for the feds, says that they spoke to 50 witnesses. From those 50 witnesses in their warrants that they have for various cloud accounts, they retrieved 90 cell phones, 30 other devices, including surveillance systems, and they have now sent out a total of 300 grand jury subpoenas, which can lean into the racketeering. But I want you guys to take a listen to Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilio, on CNN last night, breaking down the victim witness count.
They say there's multiple victims here today. And what I heard described was they said they have 50 witnesses or victims.
Yeah, I think it's 49 witnesses and 1 victim. I think if you broke it down, and I say that because count 2, which is the sex trafficking count, has victim number 1, and there is no victim number 2 anywhere in the indictment.
So you're saying that there are not other women, because what they were essentially arguing here is that he coerced and forced women into sex acts by using physical force, financial pressure, emotional abuse, and narcotics for what they described as these freak-off sessions. They're saying that he self-described them as that.
Yeah, there's 1 victim in the indictment. That's the charging document. 1
victim does count, right?
No, of course, but I'm just not. It's not 50. I mean, what they did is a little too cute. It's 50 witnesses or victims. Well, it's 1 victim. That's all that's in the indictment.
Why do they keep playing with the feds? Like they using words like, "Oh, that's cute." Like so, they must want the feds to start leaking videos or something.
So on the break when we were preparing for this next segment, I specifically wanted that clip, and I wanted to make sure we heard him say "too cute" or "cute," because I think when you talk about like victims and different things in the circumstance that we're talking about with Diddy, it is a very slippery slope to call anything cute, because there's a woman, even if it's one, that is, and we've seen on camera be physically abused. But
I agree with you, but you have to remember that the slopes are slippery because they found 1,000 bottles of KY and baby
1,000 plus.
1,000 plus. That's very important.
But they're painting the picture as Diddy to be a villain, and his lawyer's job is to try to paint the picture the opposite way.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, if it does go to trial, they're painting this picture as Diddy a villain, Diddy's a monster, Diddy's somebody that uses a lot of lube.
Yes.
And they're painting that type of picture. So they're trying. His lawyer's job is to try to paint the picture the other way and say the feds are lying or exaggerating or this, that, and the other. There wasn't that much lube.
And that's exactly why
it wasn't 1,000 plus. It was just 999 bottles of.
He didn't get into the numbers of the lube now. He stayed away from that slippery slope. But what he did do is his attorney is basically like really sticking to like the facts.
That's funny.
To law. I mean, and he's an attorney. That's what he should do. But he made it really clear that what Diddy is being charged with is not the hitting, kicking, or dragging that we saw in that video. And then he also clarified something too, because in the arraignment where they told Diddy he was not going to get any bail, they talked a lot about the fact that Diddy bribed people at the hotel with the money so that this video wouldn't come out. And I thought that was interesting.
But here's the thing: what does Cassie's video have to do with any of this?
So let's take a listen to this audio, and then we can talk about that. Take a listen to the hotel staff, the bribing with the money.
Did he pay off the hotel staff?
Not that I know of. I know that's an allegation. I don't know that is true. What I was concerned about when I heard about this allegation is whether there was an allegation that there was some sort of law enforcement investigation pending, because then that would be a crime. But there was none. And so this is not a crime.
So, to your point.
Yeah, to me, the bringing up the Cassie video is a distraction and a deflection on his part, because he's trying to keep people focused off what he is actually charged for.
Correct.
We know he's not charged for the Cassie video.
A lot of people don't.
But a lot of people don't, and because that was so big, his attorney has to keep coming and drilling in the... Whoa.
Coming and drilling.
His attorney has to. He got to talk to the facts.
That's why you need. That's why you need 1,000 bottles of lube.
He got to talk to the facts. Now, speaking of keeping people in his fold, on CNN they do bring up the fact that Diddy is also being. There's claims out there that he uses his power and influence to make people do certain things. And one of the things that came up in court in the arraignment was the fact that Kalani, I think I'm saying her name correct.
I don't think it's Kalani.
Harper. Okay, well, Miss Harper. Sorry if I said the first name wrong. Yeah. And I have the pronunciation here, still said it wrong. She came out after Dawn Richards filed that lawsuit on September 10th and said, "This may be Dawn's truth, but I'm not attesting for that truth." And it was brought up the 54 times that Diddy allegedly called Miss Harper after Dawn filed on September 10th and only stopped on September 14th when she released this statement. And
she was the other girl in Dirty Money, correct?
Yes, the other girl in Dirty Money. Yes. Miss Harper is the other girl in Dirty Money.
You're not getting no bail if you call a potential witness 54 times.
And no bail is cool, but when it comes to the actual trial, which is about to happen, Diddy's attorney did a really good job on CNN of making it clear that he's not even for sure if Dawn is going to be listed as a victim or a witness in this actual trial. So when people are saying, well, that's something that they have, we don't know if they even have that. We know that they have it. We don't know how it's going to be used. Now, I want to, move it forward and say that Diddy is going to be appealing the decision to not receive bail today. And he's actually going to be appealing that decision, him and his attorney, with Judge Carter. Judge Carter, because I reached out to Diddy's attorney and I said, well, what's the difference? Why appeal the next day? And he said Judge Carter is a judge that will be presiding over the full trial itself.
Different judge,
so
right.
they think that there will be a difference in that.
Do you think he's going to get a bail?
Do I?
Yeah, I'm just asking in general.
I don't think that Diddy is going to get a bail.
I think Diddy should get a bail.
And
I ain't asking what you think. I said, do you think he's going to get one?
I think he is. The fact that he's putting up $50 million, the fact that he's putting up his family's passports, his mom's crib, the fact that he said he'll wear a GPS monitoring system, he'll only be in Miami, in New York, the fact that if you look at his family, his two daughters don't have the three of the kids don't have a mom. Right, they're staying with a family's friend.
Yeah.
But he has to do all of that because the feds think he's a slippery suspect.
Right. It will listen, all that baby oil. But
so yeah, I think he should get one. When you look at people like Harvey Weinstein, that got one, and you look at some of these other people, O.J. Simpson, that got one, Bill Cosby got one. Diddy should be able to get a bail.
I don't want my name mentioned nowhere near any of those people
at all, ever. Period. If he does not get a bail though, I don't know if they're going to move him, but right now he's being housed at MDC Brooklyn, and some of the people that have been there, R. Kelly, Fetty Wap, Michael Cohen.
Now you don't want your name with those people either.
Yeah. Nope. And I also too wanted to make it clear because people are wondering right now, because on CNN last night they mentioned Diddy's demeanor in court. They said that he was kind of like shocked, and his attorney didn't really react to that. So I asked, well, what is his demeanor right now? When I spoke to Diddy's attorney,
it ain't demure. It ain't very demure.
He said that he's not shaking. He's ready to fight until his name is cleared, and that is what he's going to do. So that's what we'll see happen today in the appeal, and we'll be right back here updating you guys when it happens. If it doesn't happen before the show is over, you guys can catch all the updates on Brown Girl Grinding and Instagram, and Lauren LaRosa on Twitter and Instagram, and
and I would into the young brother Christian Combs, Diddy's son. This is why you don't taunt the feds. Remember when he put out that little jingle, that little record where he said the feds?
Why would you call his diss record a jingle?
Wait, with that little record where he said the feds should have searched the other house. Clearly, they didn't. I forgot what the line was. I just don't remember him saying the feds should have searched the other house,
the house next door, or something like that.
Well, this is what they found in the houses that they did search. These are the AKs.
Exactly.
So, in wrapping this, what is the moral of this story? It's clearly, no diss songs, no new beats.
Clearly, they didn't have to search the other house. Okay, that young man shouldn't be allowed near a recording booth anymore after this. Life is not a joke. I don't know why y'all be playing.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to?
Before after the hour, it's come to my attention that there are a lot of things being bought and stolen in bulk in Miami. So we will discuss before after the hour, okay? There's two Miami men named Carlos and Navaldo need to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with them.
They had the baby oil?
Doesn't involve lube.
No, but they might need to be investigated.
All right, we'll get to that next.
Combs Enterprises.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Donkey of the day for Wednesday, September 18th goes to two Miami men named Carlos M. Garcia Ajit. It can't be Ajit. His name ain't a jit. Would it be a jit? He too old to be a jit. And Navaldo J. Garcia Vento. Okay, 40 and 41 years old. Now listen, what does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? Say it with me. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now today's story has me thinking about this Diddy situation, because if you haven't heard, one of the pieces of evidence law enforcement is using against Diddy is the 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil they found in his home that they say were used in these alleged freak-offs Diddy was having. Okay, now when I heard about the 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil, I said to myself, there wasn't a dry booty in the house. Okay, not one single solitary set of dry cheeks. Then I thought to myself, well, what else did Diddy have in bulk in the house? Some people go to Costco and just buy things in bulk. Maybe that was just a bulk purchase. And I know we was all wondering, where does a man buy 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil? Well, we may have our answer, because these two Miami men, Carlos and Navaldo, were suspects in a theft ring, and they steal from major retailers like Publix, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and Winn-Dixie, and they got busted with thousands of dollars worth of stolen merchandise, okay, $5,000 to be exact, including but not limited to razor blades, fishing gear, cosmetics, and 400 sticks of deodorant. I repeat, 400 sticks of deodorant, okay? That's the one that's getting me. 400 sticks of deodorant. They got caught because police had a description of their vehicle, a brown GMC SUV. They had just hit a Walmart. So when deputies saw them run a red light, why would you run a red light when you know you got all these stolen items in your vehicle? They ran a red light. They conducted a traffic stop, and then these two Florida fools took the cops on a short chase. Okay. Deputies reviewed Walmart security footage, and that's when they saw one of the guys stealing a pack of Gillette razor blades. And when they searched the vehicle, they found 6 large trash bags full of suspected stolen items, including the 400 sticks of deodorant. I have so many thoughts about this situation. Number one, if I was law enforcement, my first question would be, do you know Sean Combs? And have you ever sold him any Astroglide in bulk? My second question is, I understand these men committed a crime, but are they really doing a service? See, people be musty, man. Some of y'all underarms be out here smelling like weed, a whole loud pack. So many people amongst us be making right guard go left. You make speed stick slow down. Sure? Not really. I don't know what it is. Maybe at my old age, my nose is a lot more sensitive than it used to be, or maybe everyone is trying to go natural when they shouldn't be. So when you got folks walking around smelling like Funyuns, I'm not mad at these brothers for having 400 sticks of deodorant on deck. Okay, they have a heat advisory today in Miami. Okay, I feel like these two brothers is fed up. Do you know how musty people must be for them to say we have to go steal as much Axe as possible? They just as fed up as the first person to invent deodorant. Do you know how fed up with the smell of armpits one must be to go home and start inventing things to prevent said smell? Deodorant was introduced in the late 1800s. That means people was musty at the Last Supper, man. All through the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, most of the 1800s, folks was stinking until someone invented this thing that killed odor-causing bacteria called mum. That was the name of it, mum. Look it up. I have no idea what that means, but in my brain, it registers as musty underarm mammal. So there is a part of me that wants to applaud these men for stealing all this deodorant for people. But on the flip side, they made it hard for folks who know they need deodorant but can't find none in Miami because they done stole it all. Same way you probably couldn't find no lubricant or baby oil wherever Diddy was at because he had it all at his house. Now that I think about it, that's a bottom trap. Imagine being a bottom, going in the store to find the lube you need to have a good night, and they tell you they don't have any because someone from Combs Enterprises bought it all. Now you are forced to attend a Diddy party just to get what you need, which is a simple bottle of Lube Life. Next thing you know, you're slipping, you're falling, got D in your butt.
What?
These men have been charged with multiple felonies, grand theft, all for $5,000 in items. They're going to spend more than that on bond and lawyer fees. So please give Carlos M. Garcia a jet and Navaldo J. Garcia Vento the biggest hee-haw.
You a wild boy, man.
Thank you for that donkey today.
How you thought about that slip and falling in the back last night? When did you come up with that?
I don't even remember what I just said.
That was based off experience.
Just black out and go.
Now let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Let's talk about this 666 dating rule, all right? Now,
what the hell is that? That sounds evil. Devilish.
Well, this new dating rule that a lot of women are going by. And this rule is, Charlamagne, you're out of this. The 666 rule refers to women.
This is just Satan. I just want y'all to know that, by the way.
All right. Well, listen, the 666 rule refers to men, women looking for men who are 6 feet tall, have a 6-pack abs, and make over 6 figures.
Yeah, that's why God ain't got nothing to do with that equation. It's 666.
So we're asking,
y'all gonna miss all y'all blessings with that stupid ass satanic equation.
Now that came from the New York Post. So we're asking 800-585-1051. All your partner preferences.
Tell me you a 3-6 girl,
making
Lauren.
it hard to find love.
Tell me you a 3-6 girl right now.
Are you a 6-6-6-6?
I got some holy beads in my bag right now just for you. Animal like this Palo Santo.
And his beads are anal. So
that ain't nothing.
I do like taller guys, but I'm not in the club. Like if you got to be. Don't look at my
That scared me. God damn! I thought you was in the Illuminati. She missing a nail, and so 4 of her nails got
the way he looked at my nail.
I was scared to death because 4 of her nails are long and red, and then there's just one nasty plain one.
Wow,
that you've been biting on.
No, it fell off yesterday when I was cleaning. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. Shout out to Lynn, New York.
I don't want to hear
pulling up on me.
Nothing about no man you looking for when you got missing nails like that.
I'm gonna get it done before he find me.
You got to be the change you are looking for.
Let's talk about it when we come back. 800-585-1051.
Nope.
First of all, this nail is well manicured. I do the Russian under my sets. Don't play with me.
6-6-6-6, ladies. Is this the thing that you're looking for in a relationship?
Satanic equation.
6 foot tall, 6-pack, and make at least 6 figures.
This is why God ain't blessing your life right now. This is why you're missing all your blessings because y'all factoring in these Satan equations into your relationships. This is disgusting.
Sounds like a short, angry man to me.
Let's talk when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about this 666 rule that the New York Post had a discussion about, did an article on. And they're saying that the 666 rule refers to men who are 6 feet tall, have a 6-pack, and make over 6 figures. Now, women claim to be using this rule to find men, but is this actually hurting them?
Yes. And let me start, please, because I want to tell all of you women out there.
Calm down, girl.
This is just a satanic equation.
Calm down,
666. This is why you keep missing your blessings because you're telling the universe you're looking for 666. So you're looking for the devil? How about stay open to whatever God has planned for you? Because God's plan works. Your little 666 satanic one doesn't.
What's wrong with him? Can I speak to the woman in the room?
Yeah, I will say I'm not with the ideology stuff and so the 666 that does scare me a bit. But with women wanting guys of a certain height, certain body type, certain job caliber, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. If you're okay with, you might miss out on some other people that could be cool. I do have certain things that I do like guys to be taller, but it's because I'm tall. Right. And then when I put on heels, I'm tall as heck. Can I say the other word?
Yes, you can say hell.
I'm tall as hell. So it looks weird in photos and I just feel weird sitting next to somebody and I'm hovering over you. So
I always thought it was stupid when a woman says, I'm not going to talk to a guy because of his height. I always thought that was stupid because I feel like even though Charlamagne's a short man, I do feel like sometimes you could be blocking your blessing. If you have a connection with somebody, the height should not matter.
That is true.
Because it's your connection. Because somebody is like in Charlamagne's sense, 6 inches too short or whatever it may be. If a connection is there, a connection is there.
That is true.
That's
and if I met it, I told you yesterday, I'm like, I wouldn't be like, no, you too short. I would at least be like, well, let me see. You would have to be fire short for me to do it, only because I think it's my subconscious of like, I know I'm so tall. I just don't like she's so tall. And then I'm sitting next to you, you so little.
That takes confidence. It shouldn't matter.
No, I want my man to be taller than me.
What if that 6 foot man, Lauren, only dates a woman with all 10 fingernails? You know what I'm saying? What if? By
the time he meet me, I'm gonna have him.
You ain't got him now. So what if he met you right now? Right now,
oh my God.
And you only got
judge me off my 9 nails.
My 9 nails. You got 9 nails because one of them fell off.
That wouldn't be fair.
Well,
because what's the background? I was cleaning my home. I'm domesticated. That's why this nail is off.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Anonymous. I'm calling from Jersey. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning, Laura.
Thank you. But you're on the radio. All you have to do is change your name. You don't have to say you're anonymous.
That's all right, Miss Anonymous.
Pick a name. Pick a name you always wanted to be. What would be your scripper name?
Diamond.
Oh, not Diamond. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay. Right. Good morning, Cinnamon.
That's worse.
Tell us your thoughts on the 666 rule.
Well, I was just saying that the other 6, from what I know, doesn't stand for the 6-pack. It stands for the 6-inch package, if I could say that on the radio.
You can. Okay.
6-inch penis?
Wow.
Yeah. So you don't care about the 6-pack. You care about the
So it's 6 feet. But,
girls be fronting when they say that.
The 6-figure, I can kind of work with that because I make 6 figures. But, yeah, the guy I'm with, he's 6'3", well over 6 inches, and he's working on his way to the 6-figure salary, so I'm good.
Charlamagne jealous right now.
Girls be fronting when they say that.
Don't be, Charla. Look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Ma'am,
Because
I'm not jealous because I measured my penis a long time ago. I am 7 inches 3/4. Okay, 8.
Goodbye.
8 in the summer.
Goodbye, Cinnamon.
8 when it's warm out. The average size of a penis is 5.1 inches when erect.
This stuff.
So I'm above average.
Well,
okay.
I know your cookies on your computer. Hate to see you coming because that is crazy.
mad
like what?
looking up lube, mad looking up the average size of
but
penis.
when women say that about men's sizes, I don't think that's true because if you really love a guy, you let him try and figure it out a little bit, even if he's not the biggest. Like
figure what out?
Where how to make stuff go, even though it's not the most well endowed.
Slippery. Killing me.
800-585-1051. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the New York Post. They recently did an article on the 666 rule, and the 666 rule is women are looking for guys that are at least 6 foot tall, have a 6-pack, and make over 6 figures. Ladies, is this what you're looking for as well? Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the New York Post. They did an article on the 666 rule. All right. Now, the 666 rule is a rule that refers to women that are looking for men that are 6 feet tall, have a 6-pack, and make over 6 figures. Now, ladies, is this what you're looking for? Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Nisha.
Hey, Nisha, good morning. Talk to us. What do you think about the 666 rule?
I think that 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like, you just pick your 2.
Right.
2 out of 3. Okay, that's what you're looking for.
Why are there no God-fearing women calling up here saying that they don't want no 666? You do realize that's Satan's equation?
I'm God-fearing sitting right in front of you, and I just said...
You ain't nothing but the devil.
Hello, who's this?
I woke up and... Hello, hey, this is Taisha from Hampton.
Hey, 757. What's going on, mama?
Hey, so what's the 666 rule? 6 feet, 6 figures, and what's the other one?
6-pack.
6-pack. I'm going to say I think that's a little bit unrealistic, and some women may be blocking their blessings with that. I mean, because if you look at it, the average person doesn't make 6 figures, or 6 feet. So, I mean, they may be blocking their blessings, and especially if you don't bring, the same things to the table, 6 figures, then
that's right.
Maybe that's not a good idea to go with that standard.
Okay.
But, yeah, shout out to my 5'5" kings.
This is why you're going to be blessed. Thank you for shouting out all the 5'5" kings, short kings. We out here.
Damn.
But this is why you're going to always be blessed because you understand that God's plan works and yours doesn't. All of these women calling up here talking about they want this 666 rule. They ain't nothing but the devil. That's why, and you said it. That's why they missing their blessings.
You're so silly.
Thank you, mama.
Short kings be out here being angry.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Tiffany.
Hey, what's up, Tiffany? Where you calling from?
Hell.
I'm calling from Peekskill, New York.
Okay.
And I'm at work.
Okay.
All right. Now, we're talking about this 666 rule. What's your thoughts on it?
All right, so my thoughts is on it. First, Charlamagne, I did agree with you about the satanic meaning, but about the 666. However, 666 has an angel meaning too. Like it creates balance and what else it says? Self-care and refocusing on what truly matters in life. However, I just feel like whoever created the 666 rule about a man being 6 feet tall, having 6 abs, and 6 figures is just a bit much. I think it's a bit of a stretch because I know y'all heifers ain't even out here with men who's making 4 figures. Ooh. So let's be real. But at the end of the day, if you could have like at least 6 inches, don't have 6 kids, and got at least a 6 cents, we good in my book.
Ma'am, can I have my angel numbers right here. Can I tell you what 666 means in angel numbers? Huh? It means your thoughts need some refocusing. This is a reminder that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Reconnect with your spirituality. That's what 666 means, you heathens.
Well, thank you.
Here you go, Charlamagne. Listen, I said I did, okay? But listen, it's a numerology thing with the 666 stuff, so it's not always satanic is all I wanted to say. However, back to the topic with the 666 stuff, it's a little bit dumb to me if you ask.
Thank you, mama.
You hear that, Lauren? Dumb.
Now, I said I'm not like living by that whole thing.
Salute to T. Neely. T. Neely, he's a brother. He's a little hurt, I can tell right now. He said it's not right. You can't control your penis size or your height size, but you can control how much you make in this life. So it's actually 1 out of 3 realistic. He's a brother.
And sometimes, like, the little shrimp guy community, they get good at knowing what to do with it, even though it's not a lot of it there. So, I think women should be open.
Itty bitty shrimp.
What is wrong with you? Now, somebody says this is why black men run to white women. They don't shame penis size.
That's a
I'm
damn
a black
lie.
woman in here not shaming. Y'all just want reasons to run to wherever. Like, please.
Yeah,
leave
if you
us
want a
alone.
white woman, say you want a white woman. Don't blame that on nobody. Okay.
Some positive vibes said, what happened to doing things naturally? Just let things flow on its own. Who cares about the whole 666 idea? And I agree.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I keep telling y'all, God's plan works. Yours doesn't. If
You
y'all
know what
want
I've learned in this last year of dating?
what? First of all, you ain't been on no dating.
You ain't
so
learned
you ain't
nothing,
learned a
you're still
goddamn
single.
thing.
What did you
know
learn?
what I'm saying? Ain't learned a damn thing. You ain't been in no classroom.
Let me know when y'all done.
Yeah, we done.
Are y'all finished or y'all done?
What did you learn?
Are y'all finished or y'all done?
No, what did you learn?
Because I feel like I was on something prolific, and y'all just like
Because
y'all,
ain't
y'all
nobody
threw me
believe
off.
that.
You know what I
man.
learned from dating this shit? What you learned? You single? What you learn? Tell
You
us.
just gotta flow. You can't force stuff. You just gotta. If you meet a person
Whoa.
and it's working, let it go where it's gonna go. If it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. It's okay.
And it could be you.
And it could be. And
You think it's you?
It probably
I
is.
don't think that it's me. I don't. But it could be for other people.
Aw.
Nah, some situations it could have been me. And in those situations, you
In
are.
my DMs, all people say is it's Lauren. Lauren is the problem. It's you.
And like I told you,
It's
and
me.
they didn't
It's
tell
me.
you I'm a great problem to have. So
Nope.
I'm not trying to hear
Wow.
nothing.
Well, we have Jess with the Mess with Lauren.
We're not
Russell.
interview these Delaware dudes that be in my DM.
I'll give you the numbers, some great prospects. What you say?
We have Lauren, Jess with the Mess with Lauren Rosa coming up. What we talking about?
We do. Rich Homie Quan's funeral took place yesterday. So, and DC Young Fly spoke, and a lot of people are talking about him speaking. I love it when he speaks, even though it was a super sad situation. But he spoke life into his family, Rich Homie Quan's family. So we are going to take a listen to that and just talk about the funeral a bit.
All right, we'll get into that next. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So yesterday in Atlanta, at World Changers Church International, Rich Homie Quan's celebration of life went down, which included a huge amount of fans, his family. It was a free celebration. They did open it up to the fans because they said, without the fans, he would have been nothing. And it was sold out. There were 3 viewings that were sold out. But during the celebration, his family spoke. His dad got up and spoke about how Quan was not just his son, it was his best friend as well too. But DC Young Fly, who was really close friends with Rich Homie Quan, got up and spoke directly to the family, but to everybody listening. Let's take a listen to DC.
Pastor, I ain't gonna be long. I see it on your face. You like, what I'm here for? First out, we want to say God is the greatest. All right. Mother, y'all gave us an icon. Y'all gave us a legend. We all on borrowed time. So the things that he accomplished while he was here, we want to let y'all know that we're going to continue on his legacy. It's not why is this happening, not why is this happening to me. No, we have to ask God, what is the purpose? What is the lesson? Just read the book of Job. He took everything from Job. He kept snatching everything from Job. And Job, like every Christian that, everybody like, I put so much good into the world. Why so much bad coming to me? Why he doing this to me? God looked at him and said, who you talking to? Why not you? This is the time for you to praise my name. This is the time for you to tell the other people through the midst of pain, I'm the one that's giving you the strength. Boo.
DC. Talk that talk.
Absolutely.
Drop on the clues bombs for DC Young Fly. Talking that talk. I like that.
And I watched watched this in full of DC, and he talked to Rich Homie Quan's mom just about just her spirit and her demeanor right now, and how some people basically say to her, like, how are you, I guess, so up in spirits, or just she's, from what it seemed like, it's like she's doing okay despite the situation. And he was saying that, like, don't allow people to get in your head, because that's nothing but basically God, like, and that's you're supposed to be an example of like what God can do in the midst of turmoil. So
yeah, I watched that yesterday too. And it's interesting because I guess it's hard to feel this and grasp this when somebody passes away, because we like to say things don't happen to us, they happen for us.
Yeah.
It's just hard to feel like that when somebody you love passes away. But DC is right. There is a lesson to be learned.
And he's going through that currently, personally, with the loss of his girlfriend and the mother of his kids. So I thought the message was it was great.
Salute to DC. I see Killer Mike spoke as well, right?
Yes. There was a lot of people there. Of course, rightfully so. It's Rich Homie Quan, but there was a lot of people there. So rest in peace to him. And I'm sure the family is appreciative of all the support. They also received letters from Vice President Kamala Harris and Joe Biden as well too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did he get to the key to the city, or did he get his day yesterday?
He got a day yesterday as well too. So it was just like a big day of like, let's honor him.
And
the fans are there, the family
right?
is there, celebration of his life.
Joe Biden don't know who no Rich Homie Quan is.
You don't think he want? You don't think Joe Biden hit that? Oh, he can't even move that fast.
If Joe Biden hitting the Quan, it's because something wrong with his hip. He not meaning to do it. He just trying to walk fast, so it look like he doing it.
It's not the thought that counts though in a situation like this.
Yes, it is. I guess.
Hopefully he's actually the one who thought about it, because I can't even think of him remembering.
He didn't think of that.
Thought about much in a while.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He still got on Trump's hat.
Up next, Cardi B. So Cardi B and Offset are currently being sued. They're being sued by the owner of the home that Cardi B shot the Like What video in. This is a home in Beverly Hills, and the homeowner is basically saying that because Offset, Cardi, and team, and they're putting Offset in this because Offset directed the video, because their team knew that they would have to pay a lot of money for the house, because this is, I guess, like a popular house. Like Justin Bieber has shot there before, Logan Paul has shot there before. They reached out to this homeowner, allegedly, according to the homeowner, and said, oh, we just want to do like a quick little TikTok video. But then it developed into way more than that. And based on the information that the homeowner provided in the suit, they said that they let them use the property, which was previously rented out by these stars for basically free, foregoing their usual short-term rental fee. The owner says that had he had known the truth, that this was going to be a real music video, he would have not have waived the rental cost. Now, the home is featured in the Like What music video, as I mentioned. It's been uploaded on YouTube. It's over 27 million views in 6 months. And I'm sure that the homeowner is going to use this to say they made money off of this, so I should have been profiting as well too. The homeowner is asking for damages in the excess of $35,000. Now, Cardi B,
you made the deal. You can't come back on the deal now and say, oh, you made money. No, this is the deal that you made.
Well, Cardi B came out in her own defense, and she had a lot to say. Let's take a listen. She was on Twitter Spaces.
The day that I shot that Like What video, we was trying to look for a house. Arce hit up his realtor. It was like, they got a house, the $10,000. We couldn't even go inside the house without putting down the payment. So we paid the motherfuckers $10,000, right? We were shooting in there all day. It was like Cinderella. As soon as 6 a.m. hit, the owners were like, oh, overtime. Damn, hungry. Like, is that, we kept telling them, like, yo, we're going to pay. Like, I could see in March, we ended up paying them. Why is it that after the music video came out, y'all want to act like it was for a TikTok? How you going to say it was from a TikTok, but y'all greedy, hungry ass, your mother ugly ass house, and now y'all trying to finesse. We paid y'all the amount that y'all asked for. Just give me my money. You ain't getting
I hope it's one person. I hope it's one person Cardi never pays.
Who?
A publicist. She don't need one. All narratives will be cleared up by Barty herself. She's a walking press release. Dropping a clues bomb for Cardi B. Can you do the Wendy story real quick?
Yes, I can. Please. So Wendy Williams is also in lawsuit conversation. Wendy Williams, it's her guardian. Wendy Williams' guardian is suing A&E Networks and A&E Networks and Lifetime, and the producer, his name is Mark Ford, the executive producer of that last Wendy Williams doc that we got, where it's like, where is Wendy Williams? Yep. So basically what's happening is her guardian is saying that all of these people made millions of dollars, and Wendy Williams only made $82,000 off of this documentary. In the complaint, they're saying that these people profited immensely from their exploitation of Wendy, and this is money, the profits that she didn't receive is money that she could have used towards her medical care, the supervision of her life, and just different things that she has going on right now. So they're going back and saying, y'all need to run us some more money, because this was not fair.
But they negotiated it. Again, they negotiated it, and her whole family's part of that doc. So it's not like they could say, well, this team did it or that team did it. The whole family was part of that document.
The reason I wanted Lauren to report that story, because I thought about Wendy so much yesterday.
Everybody did. The whole world did.
And that's what I'm saying. That story came out, and then some old picture of me and Wendy started going viral.
I seen that picture.
Yeah.
And then everybody was talking about her, and I was like, damn, man. I worked with Wendy for a few years, and a lot of things that we've seen over the past, several years. I heard all of these stories about all these people on air and off air. The off air ones was even better. And it just had me thinking, well, what did Wendy lie about? Because there was so many things she told me about people that have come to pass.
She told you about the 1,000 bottles?
She really was a one-on-one, okay? Because she would get actual information. And there's so many things she didn't report. I watched her say, like things would come through and she'd be like, I don't believe that, I don't believe that, I don't believe that. But the things she did believe and reported, boy, those things have come true.
They even were creating.
I could write a list right now.
Some of the blogs were even creating. I forget which blog I saw this on. What would Wendy Williams have said yesterday when all the Diddy stuff was happening, and
Wendy
they had
said,
what is happening here right now? I feel like I'm gonna be indicted.
Come out as gay.
Allegedly.
All right. The People's Choice Mix is up next. Don't go anywhere.
That's what Wendy would have said.
Allegedly.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Clap if you think he
The
deserves.
Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, we got a salute to Eva Marcille for joining us this morning.
Salute to Eva, man. Make sure you check out her show, Buried Alive. What is it called? Yeah, Buried Alive and Survived. Right. Premieres September 21st at 8 p.m. on Lifetime this weekend. I also want to salute to New Orleans. Shout out to everybody who listens to us on Q93 in New Orleans. I'm going to be in New Orleans Friday. I'm going to be at Xavier University for their NOLA Love event at 10 a.m. at the Convocation Center. So I'll be there first. And then later on that night, 7:30 p.m., I'll be at Baldwin Books in conversation with Sharice Gibson of WWL-TV New Orleans. So go to baldwinandcompanybooks.com, baldwinandcobooks.com to get tickets. And I want to tell everybody, don't forget about my 4th annual Mental Wealth Expo, which is happening October 12th here at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. You know, it is a free event, open to all ages. We bring some of the best psychiatrists like, Dr. Rita Walker, Dr. Alfie Breland Noble. Dr. Bryant will be there. You see Dr. Bryant going viral for her interviews with Cam Newton and Nick Cannon. My man Jay Barnett's going to be there. Elliot Connie, Jason Wilson. Just a lot of great people. Angela Rye, Tyrese is going to be there. Tyrese is actually going to be there in conversation with Jason Wilson, having a great conversation just about men being vulnerable. So it's just a great day of mental health, healing, and education. October 12th, Marriott Marquis, Times Square. It is a free event, open for all ages. Go to mentalwealthexpo.com for more details.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Now, I know Diddy goes back to court today to see if he can get a bail. What time does that happen? Do you know, Lauren?
It does. I know it's this afternoon. I don't know the exact time yet, but I know it's this afternoon, though.
And right now, he's currently staying in
MDC
in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yep. He's there. And what we'll do is if you guys are, or you not if. Please go and follow Brown Girl Grinding on Instagram, Lauren LaRosa on Instagram and Twitter. Yesterday, what I was doing is I was keeping people updated as we found out information. And then, I put everything together and we bring it back here on the show the following morning. So if you want to stay tuned and locked all day long with me to figure out what's about to happen with Diddy, that's where you'll do it. And I appreciate y'all. People are sending me tips to news@browngirlgrinding.com, video clips that they think that we should be talking about in here. Keep doing it. I appreciate that a lot.
All right. Well, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. The positive note is simple. Sometimes people throw away something good for something better, only to find out later that good was actually good enough and better never even came close. Y'all have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?